Okay. So we're looking at how to keep the fire burning on your investment journey. And like I said, for any activity or project that we're involved in, or like a business, even though it's profitable, but at some point, being human being, I think we may losing the excitement. And I said, I was wondering, I said, oh, why does that happen? Even if the the business we're involved in, even though it's profitable, but from time to time you may lose that excitement. So I come up with like a phrase or a statement that excitement comes from newness. Do you agree with that? And when something is new, human beings are excited about it than when it's become a routine.
Yes.
Okay. So when we're little, as in little kid playing with toys, when they see a new one, as in either their parent buy them a new one, or they go to visit a friend and they see another one, they will abandon the one they've been playing with, even though there's nothing wrong with it. But they will be excited about that new one they see. So that's happened to us as adults too. That is excitement. We are excited about new things. And the reason being that probably it's Warren Buffett that said it, that people underestimate what they can accomplish in a year. Oh no. We underestimate what we can accomplish in 10 years, but overestimate what we can accomplish in a year. As in, if I tell you now that is, I have a strategy how to become a millionaire in 10 years, you'll be more excited about me saying, I have a strategy on how to become a millionaire in 1 year than when I say 10 years. So that 10 years, no, 1 year, people are looking for shortcut. But someone said, people, that shortcut, you keep looking for it for the next 10 years, and you see go back to that square zero.
Yeah.
So people are looking for shortcut because like when I started the stocks, I read so many books, but most of the time I wasn't following the principle in that book because as far as I was concerned that time, they were not fast enough for me. As in all those principles in the book, don't borrow to invest, don't do this. No, most of them I didn't keep to those principles because they were too slow for me as far as I was concerned. But it's when I started losing money for like 2020, 2021, 2022. So it's 2022 that I now looked at my result of like investing, like, having a long time view and day trading that I'm thinking I'm gonna make like 10,000 every month. So it was 2022 that I discovered that staying with long time view is more profitable than the day trading that I thought in a month I'll be, 10,000. Instead of 10,000, the account started running negative. Started losing. So it was that 2022 that I compared the result of like investing, looking at long time view, compare with the day trading that I decided that I didn't think day trading was for me. So that was 2022. So, but since 2023 that I stopped day trading, started, focusing on like long time principle and strategy. Then I had good result in 2023 as well as 2024. So I'm still continuing the same strategy this year. But from last year, I started refining them as in like a way that is more peaceful for me.
Okay.
Okay, I don't like now. Okay, about 2 days ago. Oh, okay. My brother said he just leaving work. Okay, that's it. All right, so 2 days ago, as in the market went up, but yesterday and today again, they've lost all of the gain. So like now, those short-time movement don't move me anymore because I'm not focusing on them. The short-time movement, it bothers me if I focus on them. Good to have you, sir. Brother Bola, I said good to have you.
Uh, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So I'm driving, but
No, no
I should
problem.
be.
I mean, just
Okay.
acknowledging that. Yeah. Okay, so we are looking at how to keep the fire burning on your investment journey. Okay. So as we continue the journey on our investment, no, there will be time that you get discouraged, either because of the short-time movement or because of our performance from last year. But there's no need to be discouraged. We just need to learn how to improve. So we said to break free from boredom, we need to ignite our finances with exciting goals. So it's when you're setting goals for yourself, and as you achieve those, you can take time to celebrate. So the essence of sending out the performance for last year, that's just a way for me to celebrate what happened last year. Last year is already gone. We're beginning this year, but there is a need for you to acknowledge how you did last year, how you performed, and look at the area for improvement where you can still give yourself what's it called? Like, as you know, just tell yourself, well done. Then, looking forward. So it's a routine. Even though if they are profitable one, they can still lead to boredom. So when we continue, when you start doing the same thing over and over, even though you are making profit, it will become boring. So in a way to avoid being bored with the market is to set goals. So either a monthly goal, quarterly goal, or yearly goal. So as you accomplish those goals, then you get excitement as you have something to celebrate. And that will encourage us to keep going in that journey. So the investment journey is not gonna be like a 1 year thing, or it's a lifetime thing. Once you understand how the market works, then it's a lifetime I call it adventure, a lifetime opportunity to make profit on our savings. Okay. So our brain crave newness, achievement, and the tree of the chase. So like I said, for new kids, when they probably they go visit their friend and they see that their friend have a new toy, they will abandon the one that their parent bought for them, and they could be fighting over the new toy they find in the friend house. So as adults, we still do the same thing with our lives. That is, once something is no more new to us, it become a routine, we'll get bored. So the way to overcome that boredom is setting new goals for us, for ourselves in our investment journey. So number 3 point is we need to financial goal inject purpose and anticipation into our journey. So when you have like a financial goal, okay, what am I setting up to achieve this year? Then that will give you a purpose and an anticipation in the journey. Then the journey will become new. So what happened last year? It Last year is already gone. This is a new year. So what are the goals that I have for myself in the stock market for this year? Then I started looking at how I'm achieving it. So For this 1 week already, I've done like 10% already for this year. But like 2 days ago, the market went down again, so now it's at 7%. So at least I still have something to be excited about that day. New year already, I'm already 10% ahead of my, or let me say 10% towards my goal this year. So every year I'm looking at least average of 20%. As you know, I'm looking to achieve at least 20. But if I don't, that doesn't mean I will be discouraged. We cannot predict the market, but you just keep following your strategy. It's all we could do. We can't predict what the market will do. Well, we're just making sure we're following our strategy. So the last point on this slide is achieving goals trigger happiness and a sense of accomplishment. So every one of us, when we achieve our goals, either it's a new year, some people will say they want to lose weight, some, but anyway, according to the survey, men mostly goal is about money. As a number one goal for men, according to the survey, is how to make more money. But women, it could be, they want to be more beautiful, but that's acceptable. But men, mostly we measure our success by, how rich we are or in money. I'm not saying that's the only thing, but mostly for men, we are more excited about being able to improve in our finances. So I don't know if we have any comment or any, as in like, in a way to break free from boredom is like setting financial goal for ourselves. And as we accomplish those, we take time to celebrate it, then keep moving forward to the next step or next stage in our goal. Do we have any comment or any thought about, excitement come from new things? And we could have that new thing by just setting goals for ourselves.
Yeah. So in this perspective, though,
Yes.
I mean, we have different players.
Okay.
Yeah, and when we're talking about different players, like especially those of us that came from the part of the world that we came coming from, with Africa,
Yes, sir.
we have this zeal to achieve, to succeed.
Yes.
So when we're talking about like the question of excitement or boredom or stuff like that,
Yes.
the only thing that might actually bring that situation to be actually, let me take that one by a little bit because I don't know where you start from. But to be talking about uh, boredom or stuff like that for people like us
Yes.
is very very. It's gonna be a little bit unusual because it's a goal that we already said that we want to achieve something from this thing. So
Yes.
there's no likelihood that we actually get bored doing this stuff. The only thing that might actually tank us a little bit is that when we're trying to achieve those goals and we are having difficulties or
Okay.
we're having situations that maybe things are not working the way we think it might work, that
Yes.
might be a situation where we kind of slow down. But
Okay.
that's not necessarily a boredom or lack of excitement. So
Okay.
I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to point out right there, sir.
I do, as in
Yeah.
this is like a generalization, as in the one
Okay.
I'm talking about is
Okay. Yeah.
like generally speaking, that when people begin like
Mhm. Okay.
a project, you start on
Okay.
a project.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if we do not have a goal of what we want to reach,
Mm-hmm.
even though if it's profitable, after a while you can just, as you know, it become a routine that you just like,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
now just let it go. I think. Okay, there have been so many projects that I've been involved in, either real estate, being a real estate agent. But when I started, I have like a data of people That means with the name email that I'm sending out email every month to remind them, like just to stay relevant. But probably after 2 years or 3 years of doing it, and I'm not really selling, like you mentioned, sir. Okay, but I'm not selling so much houses. Then you get discouraged. So you have the point there. But what I'm saying is that if it's not working, it's either do another thing, or if I want to stay with that, I need to now learn how to be, how to make it profitable.
To be more
Okay.
proficient in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Okay. So like these stocks, like that 2020, 2021, I was excited, but I was thinking that I'm gonna be making $10,000 per month. So, but when you start on a new thing, we don't know so much about that thing, so we are likely to say, how hard can it be? As in, to you, it's gonna be so easy. You put it on paper, how you gonna be making 10,000 per month. But since but
Yeah.
since you have not you don't have experience in it, you are likely to say, how hard can it be? Meaning like it's gonna be so easy because myself too, I thought I'm gonna be making $500 every day.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So I wrote those things down. Then I figure I could just quit my job. You are just excited about the possibility, not the actual reality.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, but when I started doing it, then it became a reality that I know. I had to tell myself it's not time to quit yet. I already actually reduced my time I work to part-time. I only go to work 3 times a week.
Oh,
That 2020, but later I had to reassess. I still have family to feed. So going to work 3 times a week is it's not gonna cut it with this stocks thing. So I had to just tell them that I'm going back to full time, not part time anymore. But for like 6 months, I did part time. But later, when there's opportunity for another full time position, I just took it. As in, then what I do doesn't,
man,
the job doesn't take much time away from me. So why just being lazy and
not doing. Yeah, yeah. I know what
so
know what
that's
you do, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
that's how I went back to being full time again. I can still do this on my free time. But that time I was so excited I'm gonna be making this, making that, and I told them what I want. I'm reducing my time to part time. And the manager asked me if I was sure. I told her yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, basically like you, right? And I mean, when you look at stuff initially, sometimes you just gonna say, "Oh man, this thing is easy," until you actually get involved in it. Then
Yes.
you realize that, oh man, it might actually not be what I thought it's gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so going to the next slide. So we're now talking about frameworks for goal success. As now we can achieve success in in whatever goal we set. So we said number one is to define our why.
Mm.
As in, if you don't know the reason you're doing the thing, you are likely to give up on it. So in this stock investment, what do I want to achieve? That's our goal. So if I have a reason for that goal, that reason will keep me going. Okay, so for me, it's financial freedom. That at one point in my life, so some people will say that you live, you work, you pay bill, and you die. So that's not what I want my story to be. That I just live, work, pay bill. So I want to live, work, but at one point I want to work the way I want it. That means on my own time. If I want to go to work today, I can decide. If I'm not going, I can decide. Not now, but at one point in my life. No, and that for me, I want it to be before 65. You mean, as in, when I say 65, that's usually the That's usually the retirement age in America, so that's the reason for mentioning that. So I'm looking to be able to achieve that before 65, that I could determine or decide how I work. If I want to go outside to work, or if I just want to be doing the stock on my phone or on my laptop. But at that stage in life, I should be able to make that decision if I'm financially viable. So that is my own goal for this stock investment. That is, achieve financial freedom where I can decide how I live my life. At this point, I cannot decide yet. I could, but that is if I want to trade the salary or the pay that Centera will pay me. Okay, so at this point, I still need to work with their schedule. Whenever they put me, to be on I still need to be there to get paid. But at one point, I want to be able to decide how I work or and where. So, but if I keep looking at that goal, then that will keep me going. Even though if the work become a routine, as in the investment become a routine, or the market is not going as I plan, but I know in the future, or probably in like 10 years, no, the market will still work out fine. Then that goes. So that's my own why. As in when you know your why, somebody say you'll be able to undo the how. Whatever the how comes, then your why will keep you going. So it's not where, where it's become as we're looking at our going to, not our going through. So going through, there's gonna be many up and down, but your why will keep you focused on your going to, where our destination. All right, so we focus on our why, then we'll set a realistic time frame. No, in 1 year, what do I want to accomplish? In 5 years, or 3, 5, then 10 or 20. Then we start looking at after, oh, it's been 1 year, how far have I gone? Now it's 3 years, how far have I gone? Is there any adjustment to be made? And we have to set a place, like a productive workplace that will help us to focus on our goal, and minimize distraction. So like this is like a place for us now. We talk about investment. We are like-minded people. That is, we have the same goal of making profit through investment in stocks. Then when you talk to people that like going the same way you're going, you'll be encouraged. Even sometimes when you are discouraged, but discouragement, you talk to our they could tell you, I mean, you are not alone. Me too, I experienced this failure, and this is how I get out of it. So we'll be encouraged to continue in that journey. So I don't know if we have any contribution or comment about, like things that will keep you going in our going through, that's going to be up and down, but we are focusing on our going to our destination. So we're focusing on our why, on the reason for doing what we do. Any comment or any thought?
Um, okay.
Go ahead, brother Dilly.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, this is the beginning of the year, so it's a good thing to say end of this year, how much or what is going to be the return
Oh,
on the effort, the investment,
okay.
money wise, mental wise, and the material. I think it's a good time to set those goals and to keep them. It's easy to set the goals, just keeping them is the most challenging thing that at least I know that I face sometimes. But it's good
Mm,
to at least when you surround yourself with people like-minded who bring us back to our why, to the reason
uh,
why we need to stay focused.
okay, that's good. Bravo, you have something?
No, no, sir. Mommy, I
Oh,
just wanted to say I didn't have anything.
oh, okay, that is good. So as in, as in coming together to share, talk about the stock market and keep us encouraged in the journey. There's going to be up and down in the market. Like I said, from the beginning of this year, things was good until like 2 days ago when the market started going down. That going down again, but that is not discouraging because I now know that it's part of it. I don't focus on the short time movement. I'm looking at the long time. So I'm looking at being able to, do 20% every year. But if I don't do it, it's still on average. As in Warren Buffett, when you look at his own record, sometimes they do 50%, sometimes 30, sometimes 6, sometimes minus. But it's the average that is like 20 or 19 or 22. So it's on average. It's not every year that they will make profit, but they understood that this is a long time journey and they continue to execute their strategy. So the last slide here, we're talking about we should celebrate our milestone and enjoying the ride. Sometimes the ride will be turbulent, but we should just keep focus. And as Christian, the Bible says concerning Jesus, is there for the joy that was set before him. He endured. No. So Jesus looking at that joy, the joy of people coming to being saved for the joy that was set before him. He endured. No. So the endurance comes from looking at the goal. I mean, looking at the goal or looking at the destination as in what we will achieve if we stay with this investment. So the pursuit of financial goal, we say is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So we should looking at like 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years and above. But I'm just saying we can break our goals down to like 1 year goal, 3 years, 5 years, 10, then 20. So, and after 1 year, if we are not able to achieve that, then we could look at what are the adjustments that I need to make, or is there any new knowledge that I need, just to be able to assess how we are doing on our journey. And we said to celebrate each milestone, either it's big or small. And we need to adjust our strategy as needed and never give up. So sometimes strategy need to be adjusted. So somebody say you should be fixed, or when I say fixed, as in like concrete goal, where we can be flexible on our execution, as in how we accomplish the goal. We can be flexible on it. But you have a concrete goal. I want to achieve financial freedom. Why? I will be able to live time on my own time if it's my desire to be available for my family when they need me. And as in what those things that you'll be able to do when you accomplish it, you list those things out for yourself. But as we continue the journey, we have to be flexible as in the journey may not be straightforward. The same thing with the stock market, but we can adjust, adapt our strategy as needed. And we say never give up. So last point there is to transform our financial journey into an excitement adventure. So financial journey or life in itself is an adventure. So, but as we setting goals, accomplishing it, sometimes we may not accomplish what we set out to, then we'll look at what adjustment is needed for me to continue to move on. So, but with God's on our side, I believe we will get to our destination.
Amen. Oh.
All right. So lastly, we'll take question and answer. I don't know if you have any question or general thought.
Just I was thinking about this. How do you um select the your stocks? I know we've gone through that thing. For instance, now,
Okay.
do you have any stocks you're actually looking at, and what are the the high probability that those stocks too will perform? I know we've looked at it, that will
Okay.
perform. Do you have a
Uh,
scanner? You just scan and then you just based on the how do you because it seems as if the market is coming down now. I mean,
yes.
you don't really know. Nobody knows. Nobody can predict the exact direction, but just
Okay.
was wondering, do you have any stock in particular you're looking at right now?
All right. So I will stop sharing this
Okay,
PowerPoint. Then we now move to stocks.
okay.
So let's stop this one.